Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Ascolese, the Inventress. Welcome to my podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Ascolese. Welcome back to our podcast. I love when you guys join us, and I love when you send emails. We got a couple of emails, which I'm really excited to share with you this evening. And I'm here with my beautiful daughter, Brittany Ascolese. I'm choking. I need some more tea.
Hello, everybody. You don't have to say my full name. I think they get it. I think they get the message.
Okay. All right. My daughter, Brittany Ascolese.
Again.
So it's, guys, I want to thank you again for coming back over and over again. I think this is, what week is this? Is this our, or not what week, it's how many shows have we done? Episodes. I think this is 10.
Nine or 10. I don't know.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's been great. The feedback has been great. Love the feedback from all of the people who are on social media, clicking and listening, and it's great. So, Brittany, you want to share with everyone now where they can find our podcast?
You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all of that good stuff. Basically anywhere where you can look up a podcast, we're there under the Inventress Podcast. And I'll tell you more at the end of the show. So, Mom, just to jump right into it, what'd you do this week? Or how was, by the way, how was HSN?
HSN was remarkable. It was absolutely spectacular. As you all know, this was my second time on with the Sit and Fit. I've been on forever on all of the networks, but my second time on with the product Sit and Fit. And it was just amazing. So in the first 5 minutes, we sold out the purple Sit and Fit. It comes in 3 colors, purple, black, and blue. Purple is a very exciting color, I think, to most people, because the first time I was on, that sold very well. They all sold, all of the pieces sold well, but the purple is the hot commodity.
I like it because purple, it was my favorite on there. Black, I feel like it blends in with a lot of stuff, and blue was just too blue. Like, that purple was a really nice color choice. Mm-hmm. So I understand why purple went by fast. Yeah,
no, it's great. It was amazing. It was, I loved the host. Oh my gosh. And I have to send her an email thanking her. She was wonderful. Her name is Leslie, and she was just so calm and so at ease. And I just have to tell you what happens before I get on air. So prior to going on and going live, by the way, it is live, I have about a 5-minute opportunity to speak with the host who's going to be on the show with me. And her demeanor was incredible. Just the way she spoke, we spoke together. It was like we knew each other forever, which is what comes across to the viewer on television. Did you watch that segment?
I did. Yep.
Okay. You watched it while it was on?
Yeah, I streamed it.
Oh, that's great. So, I mean, do you know what I'm talking about? Her
personality,
you were
perfect.
Was wonderful.
You didn't step over each other, with speaking. It was great. It was really good.
Perfect. She was great. She was really, really good. So that's the preparation prior to going on. You have to speak with the host, and she's got to get acclimated with what the product is, which is brilliant to me because, well, and how they acclimate to the product so quickly. Within 5 minutes, she knew everything about it. Prior to going on, she got the information from the other host I was on air with, and she read through her notes. In fact, she was so thorough that when I went to see her, I brought in all of the instructions to go along with Sit and Fit, right? And I handed it to her. She says, "Oh my gosh, this was not on the piece of paper I was handed from the producers. I'm so glad that you gave me the instructions, because every feature that we can showcase is important, because people want to know all about the product." Mm-hmm. So she was excited about that. And then moving forward, it's really exciting. Behind the scenes is so exciting because it was one set that we were using for all of the fitness products. Okay, so you guys need to maybe take a tour, whether it's QVC or HSN. I don't know where you guys live. HSN is in Tampa, Florida. If you get a chance, you got to check out, there are tours all over the place. QVC has tours, so you can go behind the scenes and take a look at the studios. It's amazing what you perceive from your couch, and what's actually happening, what the room actually looks like, and what's actually happening behind the scenes. So it's cool. They're counting down the person who's on before me, and I'm getting all revved up and walking around and getting myself all pumped up and excited. And then they go, and you're on in 3, 2, 1, action. And it's amazing. The producers, the directors, the assistants, the techs, there's so much that goes into producing a show like that that's live. It's amazing how they pull everything off.
Now, my question is, so are there actual cameramen, or are the cameras being worked by a remote?
They are. They're robotic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They are. They're robotic cameras, but they have to make sure they're positioned, and they're looking at us, right? To tell us what camera to look into, and our headsets, right? So they'll say, Lisa, camera 4, Leslie, camera 1, or both, camera 2. It's amazing. It's amazing. And you have to also make sure that you can hear. At one point, I couldn't hear. Yeah. And when the camera turned away, they came over, they fixed my mic on my shirt because the cover fell off. Oh. The shield fell off. And all this was happening behind the scenes. It's crazy. Yeah. It's absolutely insane.
Was it, so while you were live, all that was happening?
That was happening while we were live.
Okay.
So stuff that can happen while you're live, and does happen every single day.
Now, I have to ask, was that the moment when the camera went to Leslie when she was showing the display?
Yes.
I knew it.
And you saw me step?
Yes.
Because the girl was going like this. Come here. And then the producer was like, no, stay there.
Yeah.
He's
I saw
come,
that.
Go.
Yep.
I was like, all right, this is like Tara now. Because, Tara talks to me when we're doing live, and I'm looking, I'm going, what?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
But it's good that you were smiling the whole time either way.
Exactly. I didn't lose a smile.
Yeah.
It was like the Joker. It was on.
I know.
It was laminated on.
Yeah.
All right, where do you want me to go? Here, there, smile, talk. Follow
who
her.
was telling you to go forward?
So the girl who was...
The host was telling you
Not the host.
Okay.
Nope. The host was moving because they were directing her to go over to the stand so they could come over and fix me.
Right. Yeah.
So she went over there to the where all of
display,
the display, yes. So she went over there, and the assistant was flagging me down, and because I was paying attention to the director. So she's saying come, the director's going no. So
I'm my gosh.
Chevy Chase moment.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
So that was great. And I was wondering how that came across.
Right.
And I knew you would notice it.
Yeah, I did.
I
notice everything.
I knew you would notice that. Because I actually believe it or not, I watched the video, which I never do. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Never watch. It could be a year later. But I did watch it this time because everybody was saying, it was great. It was perfect. You did great. And I watched it. So anyway, getting back to the sellout, the how many items sold out, the purple sold out in less than 5 minutes. Then they said, okay, and the black is next. The black is going. And that's such a wonderful moment for the Inventor. I mean, for me, I was elated just because, the host did a good job. Of course, I had to do a good job in order for it to sell too. And so just the whole team. And, teamwork makes the dream work. And I have to say that every time because it's so, so true. Can't do it all by yourself. So, sold out. And I was pumped. My heart was pounding for an hour or so afterwards.
An hour. An hour. I thought it was pumping during.
No. Well, then too. Yeah, I was excited. Mm-hmm. I was revved up. Wait,
I would get butterflies.
Do you not know how... Before I had butterflies. During, they're gone. While you're there, nothing.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Right? While you're on air, there's nothing but excitement and energy. It's energy. You're pumped. Mm-hmm. It's before going, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's live and I'm being watched by 190 million people.
You know what's funny, Mom?
What?
You saying that, I got butterflies because if I try to put myself in that position, I have a very sensitive stomach, so automatically I'm like, oh my God, I have to go to the bathroom. Automatically, I get nervous. I have to run for the bathroom.
Set potty.
Set potty.
Bring in the set potty.
Oh, that's funny.
Porta potty, set potty.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, no. So it was just it's always magical. And as I said, I've been doing this for more than 18 years, and every single time it's a magical moment. It's a magical moment, like you said, the butterflies beforehand, but then once you get out there, it's just nothing but energy. Nothing but energy, because everybody else out there has the energy. The cameramen in the back, they're pumping and they're like doing rah-rah behind the scenes, and because I mean they want to keep their jobs.
Right.
They want to keep their jobs. You make sales, the cameramen, the directors, they all keep their jobs.
The thing I want to know is those women or men that model, how do you get those jobs? That is the easiest job I've ever seen. Just to smile, keep your nails clean, and do whatever you have to do. Like, I want that job. Yeah, I'll model a shirt. I'll model something for my back.
You can apply. That's all it takes. Headshots.
I'll apply to QVC. Like, listen, I got a lazy eye. I hope that doesn't make anything different. Because I'll do that. Come on.
Well, apply. You need headshots. You have to
just say, listen, my daughter needs a side gig. Can she take a few pictures? And there you go.
Well, you have to, go to a photographer, get the pictures taken.
We'll do that tomorrow.
All right. What's tomorrow? Friday?
All right. When this airs, it's going to be on Monday, but we are recording on the Thursday.
Yeah, right. So, that's how it goes. And they really put a lot into it. Wait, did you see the guy who was one of my models the last time before?
I can't remember him.
Okay. I can't remember his name. But anyway, he was there again. He was on with something else before I went on. And he looks so much like John. You have to take a look at the video.
Oh, I can't. I don't know where it is.
Well,
I'll look
it's on
at
my
it.
website. So you'll see both videos. Yes, both videos are on my website. And you'll see the guy look so much like John. I had to take a second look behind, when I was going up to the set. I was like, wait, what? Anyway, so he looked like you, John. He did. He looked like you. Okay, so Sit and Fit sold out. It was great. Can't wait for it to go back on. Really pumped up, really excited. And so that's an exciting thing. And you know what? I want to just say to all of you out there who are inventors and entrepreneurs, if you have a product idea, an invention, you can get there too. You can get there too. There are obstacles, of course. Always, no matter what you're doing, there are obstacles, but there are always options. Okay, so we want to talk about, right, Brittany? Is that not a good topic?
No, that is a great
and options, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I also, when we get to that, I know HSN was this past Friday, but what else happened in your week that was pretty interesting? I know you mentioned you went to New York.
Oh yeah, went to iHeart Radio. And let me back up a little bit, because I kind of rolled through the whole HSN thing. There's stuff that happens in between too. Okay, so I was slated to leave the next day, right? So after the show, it was exciting. I went back to the hotel. I had a wonderful meal, always seafood. You might have seen the pictures I had.
I did. A martini glass of crab meat.
Crab martini. That was incredible. No alcohol, just crab in this beautiful bolognese sauce, and it was just delicious. I had everything seafood. I had oysters, breaded oysters, and I even had crab bisque.
Wow.
So it was a fishy night, but delicious. So went upstairs, was really pumped up, went to bed super early because I was exhausted. All of that mental preparation kind of wears you out.
When were you done shooting? When did you actually get to leave?
I left HSN at my airtime was at 1:15, I believe. So I was out of there by 3:30. I met Forbes Riley. I don't know if you know who Forbes Riley is. She's got her own production company out in Florida. She's been on HSN and QVC for years, and it was great running into her because I had not seen her in about 18 years. So Forbes 18 years at QVC.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Who else was on there? Oh, this singer. Oh my gosh, I'm going to jack up her name.
Is she new? Is she been around?
Oh my gosh, let me get back to that because it's
embarrassing. What does she look like?
She's a singer. She was on American Idol. This is now we're going to play.
Does she have blonde hair? Is she
blonde
country?
hair. She's country. Come on. I'll get back to her
Underwood?
name. Yes.
Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood. She has a
saw Carrie Underwood?
No, she was there. She has a line of clothing. In fact, I'm going to buy her boots.
Okay.
Carrie Underwood has a line of clothing on HSN that's incredible. It's cool, hip stuff she wears on stage.
Right.
Like nice jeans. She's got this really cool jacket. You know my blazer with the patches on the elbows? She's got a jacket like that with a skull on the back. I was shocked that was even airing on HSN.
Wow.
Very hip. Very hip. So she was there that day. A lot of amazing people are at HSN. So, I mean, I'm honored to be in the company of all of those creative superstars. I mean, I have every right to be there too. And so do all of you. So the point is you can definitely get there. So going back to the hotel. So I got back to the hotel 4:30, 5 o'clock, whatever it was, had the dinner. And the next morning, all psyched to go home and got it packed up. I had a 7 o'clock flight, went to the airport, and they called my name and they said, Lise, your flight's canceled. You can't get on this flight because your connecting flight you'll never make. That's what it was. I was not going to be able to make my connecting flight from Tampa to Atlanta and from Atlanta to Philly. So got to stay another day in Tampa. Beautiful Tampa.
How was the weather in Tampa?
Beautiful. It rains every 2 hours.
Right. Yeah.
It literally rains every 2 hours, but stops within about 5 minutes. So it rains for about 10 minutes and then stops. Sun comes back out. Very confusing for the hair. I got to tell you.
Forget about
Humid.
The hair.
You have to have your hair natural, curly, whatever, if you go out to Florida. So that was great. It was just great. I loved it. It was very relaxing after I got to, get the product on and just got back and was able to, my head was clear after that. And got back. And then this week, top of the week, I went to iHeart Radio to be with the wonderful Gerhards, Elizabeth and Richard. They have Passage to Profit. And I happened to be one of the guest hosts on the show and was able to interview one of my clients, Christopher David, who's got this incredible product, Your Scent. Did I explain to you what Your Scent is?
No.
Okay. So Your Scent it's a car air freshener that actually goes into the vent. So it's got two little prongs that go into the ventilation system in your car, but it is a pump sprayer, which is removable. So you could put any scent that you want inside of this atomizer that he developed. And so he was on with that. The other thing is it's aromatherapy. You can put in aromatherapy or whatever scent you want.
I'm trying to picture this. So I understand because I've seen other products with the prongs, but there's a pump attached to it.
So there's a cap on top. Look, I'm doing this great drawing, right? There's a cap on top. It literally looks like this. This is the shape of it. And then there's prongs back here. So this goes into the ventilation system. So it's almost
like the look of a Glade plug-in, but
sort
smaller.
Yes, sort of. And it has a cap on top that's removed. And then inside here, there's a pump.
Inside it, there's a pump.
Yep. So there's a little vial that goes in here.
Right.
The vial comes out. You could fill it.
So does it spray? How does it spray?
There's a pump. Just like you get those.
Yeah, but how does it automatically pump? Is it like battery operated?
No.
You push it.
You push it just like perfume.
Oh, okay.
And you could put whatever scent you want from essential
but it's
oils.
just clipped in. You just put,
right, and you pull it out. And you know what he brought to my attention yesterday? He goes, you could put this in your gym bag. You can, put it in your living room. Just have it on a counter somewhere because it's small. It's hidden. So he said, just in case there are unexpected odors that happen in your car.
Oh.
Unexpected odors.
Like flatulence and etc.
Yeah, that was very funny. So, so he was on the show, and then this really incredible guy. He's an entrepreneur. His name is, and I say entrepreneur, his name is Kevin Edwards. He actually writes stories about CEOs and entrepreneurs, young and budding entrepreneurs, in Real Leaders magazine. This magazine is owned by Richard Branson. Richard Branson,
Is it Branson or Bronson? It's Branson, right?
Well, if you're from Jersey, you say Branson. If you're from Brooklyn, you say Bronson. You're from the Bronx, you say Bronson.
All right. BRA. I'll say Branson.
And then just great guy. And then another product that I have to give a shout out to is called It's Stopper Strainer, Stopper Buddy. And what this product does is it replaces the drain. Well, I don't know what you call them. What do you call those things that are in the drain? It's a stopper. The stopper. That's what it's called.
Right. For
it
tubs.
Replaces that for tubs and sinks. So you pull out that, it's typically silver or gold or whatever. You pull that top part out and you replace it with a stopper buddy. And it collects hair. I'm going to take this out so you can see it.
It collects hair. No, I could see it. It's, yeah.
But it also unscrews. You can make it. I said, well, listen. Does it fit every drain? And he said, each drain is usually about 3 to 5 inches in depth. This is really packaged well.
I'm very happy with how well it's packaged.
I love the packaging.
And they have all social media. They have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest.
Everything. So look at this.
Stop Strainer it has on the package.
Check this out. So this is for the bathroom sink, right? So this is about 3 inches when it looks like this. So I'm talking about the body of the catcher, guys, you listening out there. And it unscrews so we can reach that 5-inch
I could definitely use this for my sink. However, my tub, it already has, it's weird. I have a thing where, when you want to take a bath, you just flip that switch and it does it. I don't have that thing. The only thing that's in the middle, it looks like it's metal, but it has that the checker. It's not checker. It's a silver thing, but it has holes already. They're small holes
in your bathtub.
Yeah, so it already catches the hair. But
it's underneath. It's inside, so you have.
It's on top. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's in my shower too. So it's just a flat drain.
Yeah, but I can't use this. But the thing is, my hair still will go into the drain.
Right. So you just need a screen on top of that.
I need.
Yeah, you need a screen on top of that
because my hair comes out in wig clumps.
Is your drain clogged?
Sometimes it does get clogged. I use Drano. I know some people use. You can snake it out and all that stuff.
Does it unscrew that top? It must
maybe.
Unscrew. It has to.
It should.
Yeah. Got to problem solve it. It has to come out of there.
Hey, you got a problem? Yo, I'll solve it. Every time we say that, we should have... Vanilla Ice? But I don't think we can do that for the rights. But that'd be great to throw in there. Just that one clip.
What's his real name?
I don't know.
Vanilla Ice, come on.
John, what's Vanilla Ice's real name?
Vanilla Ice.
All right, you don't know either.
What's his real name? That's a shame.
Well, whatever.
That was our theme song for quite some time. So that's so this was wonderful. Passage to Profit, great guys. Tune in, iHeart Radio. Passage to Profit, just an incredible platform for inventors to showcase their products and get recognized. But
you said what was the guy's name that invented this?
Jared?
Yes. You said he's an entrepreneur?
No. We're talking about... Kevin's the entrepreneur.
Oh, Kevin.
He's the entrepreneur. So he interviews people.
What is... I've never heard of entrepreneur before.
Well, I didn't hear it until yesterday. So he brings CEOs, inventors, entrepreneurs into this magazine. So he takes their information and brings it into this magazine. And the entrepreneurs that he interviews are all benevolent business owners where they give back to different communities. So, for example, Tom's, like Tom Shoes, they have their shoe, they manufacture shoes, and a portion of the proceeds when the shoes are purchased goes to a foundation, an organization.
Okay.
So, he wants to interview us at AOE also.
Nice.
Because we give back, we help inventors.
So he's going to interview us.
Yes.
At AOE or on his podcast?
Probably, on his podcast. So we're going to connect and we'll figure out. And we want to interview him too.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to interview us, but we're going to interview him too. We'll do a double interview the same day.
Yeah.
So it's super cool. And of course, I love the Gear Hearts. They're great. They're a show in and of themselves. They're so funny together. Husband and wife team. That's always very interesting.
Yes.
It's like mother-daughter. Husband, wife. Yesterday he said, "Okay, Elizabeth, what are you about to say?" I said, "Richard, you need to get under the table because you don't know what's coming out." She was like winding up to say something, and you should have seen his face. He was very nervous. He was like, "Oh my God, where's she going with this?" But he was safe. She didn't go too personal. She didn't get too deep.
But that's the best stuff.
The deep stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep stuff, the embarrassing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And if you don't have any, you can say whatever you want in a podcast. So you can do bleeps or whatever to make it your own. But I guess it's a professional podcast, so I guess you can't go that deep.
Yeah, real. Mm-hmm. Super professional. So, so I did that, and I drove in, and, I want to tell you, there was traffic, but not terrible. But traffic doesn't bother me when I'm not in a hurry. You know that?
Yeah, of course.
It
if you're not in a
really
hurry.
doesn't
You know what's
bother me.
funny? Sometimes it bothers me. Even if I'm not in a hurry, like to get to the studio tonight, there was traffic on the Parkway.
Mm-hmm. You're going someplace.
That was irritating.
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm just trying to
frustrating.
think of other situations. No, sometimes I don't care. I know as long as I have music on, I listen to other podcasts, it's good. But, at the same time, it's like, what are you going to do? Even if you have somewhere to go, you should have expected, traffic if it's rush hour or, you have to learn to let it go, and there's nothing you can do.
You know what?
Leave earlier just in case.
Well, what I always do, and that's from having 3 children, I completely prepare myself in the car like I'm going on a 3-day tour. So I always have something to eat in the car, whether it's a granola bar, some dry cereal, water, and I make sure I empty my bladder first, hitting the road, because you never know. When I was leaving the studio the other day, I was like, okay, I know it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'm going to hit traffic. Make sure you have gas in the car. Like you said, music, good music on, radio on, and you're just hanging out. You're hanging out, and when you stop, you got time to meditate.
Meditate in the car in traffic?
Oh, always.
Don't close your eyes.
Keep your eyes open while you meditate. No, seriously, get to think.
Oh, no, it's
unwind.
a great time to think. I think
really
it's better
is.
to think. I think more in the car than I do when people, think in the shower. Usually a lot of people, I don't like to think in the shower. I just want to stand there and relax. I would sit if I could get a chair.
You would sit if you could?
Oh, absolutely. Because, I love hot water. And when the hot water hits my back, I'm just like, woo, cha.
It's great. It's great. So that was that. Yeah. So iHeart Radio, which is a lot of fun, heading home in the traffic, but didn't care. And listen, you got to deal with what it is. You can't freak out over everything, by the way. Stuff happens. You just got to deal with it. And segueing into products and all that stuff too. I talked about obstacles before we started talking about the rest of the stuff. But obstacles and options. So when I say that, there's obstacles in every single thing. Everything that you do, there's going to be an obstacle. So either you can push the obstacle out of the way, or you can have the obstacle interfere with whatever it is you want to do. And the example I want to give is you go to the movies, right? And you go to watch you pay $20 to watch a great movie, and a person's head is in front of you. You can either move your seat or stand there or sit there and look at the back of the person's head, right? The whole time. Same goes. Chances are you're going to say, let me move my seat, right? Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to stay there and miss the whole movie. So I say this to say, when you're doing anything in business, you're developing products, there's going to be obstacles. Jump over the obstacles and keep it moving. Take a different direction. If the path that you're on is not working for you, take another avenue, take another lane in order to overcome that obstacle. If you keep bumping into the same wall, you need to fix what you're doing. Fix what you're doing, take another path, and stay the course. Stay the course, but take another path. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I know with obstacles and options, like you were saying.
You have options, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember we were talking about this. There was an example why we brought this up and why we wanted to talk about this.
I think because, actually I was in the car. I was leaving the studio, right? I was leaving iHeart, and we were talking about people who didn't give up. I mean, who faced obstacles, right?
Right.
Probably all of the inventors.
Was it Christopher David? I know we were talking about a specific person that was was doing a lot of persevering, and it was a specific person.
This guy, maybe the drain stopper. He had 5 different manufacturers.
Yes,
he spent money. He threw away money. Spent a lot of money on manufacturers who ripped him off. And when I spoke with him yesterday, he was on his 5th manufacturer. That's a whole lot, but it's not abnormal. It's not out of the ordinary. And so the inventors out there who I know they can't wait for their products to be finished. When is it going to be done? This is a journey. This is definitely when you're developing product or a business, it's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's a crawl, and you got to crawl before you walk and before you run. And you have to appreciate every single step, and that's what people miss too. They miss appreciating the journey. Even if things are not going your way, I always tell people journal, write it down, because it's a part of where you're going to wind up. You don't want to forget about the great things and some of the bad things that you call bad happening along the way. The guy who had 5 different manufacturers learned who not to deal with. It was a learning experience. Was it expensive? Yes, it was a very expensive learning experience, but he had to go through it, and he didn't stop. He pushed those obstacles out of the way. He had other options, other alternatives, and he took them. Reached out to other manufacturers. He said, okay, this is what I did, and I'm going to keep on going. Especially when you put that much money, when you start something, you put that much money into something, you don't stop when you're almost at the end. Or the beginning, I should say. All right. So the manufacturing part was over, and the marketing part begins. And some people stop right after the manufacturing because they're like, okay, that was hard. I don't want to spend another dime. You got to keep it moving. Overcome those obstacles and keep on going because you have other options. If you don't know what the options are, you speak with people who know more than you, who are in the industry, who want to help you, because they'll be able to help you pave a way to get to the next space. There's always an option. Always, always, always.
Now, my question, Mom, is what you just said. Now, when you were doing all this, when you first started doing, your product, the bun tie, the wrap in store, did you go to anybody? Did you have anyone to go to or ask questions?
I actually did. My first product, the first product that I put on QVC, I should say, when I was developing that, I went to Comer Cottrell, who owned Proline Products. Proline Products was a hair brand line, all of the gels and ointments and whatever you put in your hair. He then sold that to, just to let you know who he is, he sold that to Johnson & Johnson. But I actually picked up the phone and called this guy, the owner of Proline, and he answered my call. And I asked him every single question. I went right to the top. I said, listen, if this guy can create a giant, a multi-million-dollar company like this is the person I want to talk to about how he got started and what he did. And he did. He gave me a lot of great advice in terms of manufacturing and moving forward, and how never to use your own money. He said, very interesting. He said he bartered with every single manufacturer from, he used several different manufacturers. So he had a cap manufacturer for a jar. So he got a cap manufactured by one company, the bottom part manufactured by another, the creams that went into the jar, and he gave everybody 5%. He said, I'm not going to pay you, but I'll give you 5% of my profits. And it worked. And he did it. So he didn't put out any of his money. The manufacturer manufactured the product. And he said, you're a partner in my business, pretty much, is what he said. So he partnered with people. He partnered with manufacturers, which is super smart.
Would you do that?
If I had that type of relationship and I needed to do that, and I had no other options, yes, I would do it.
Wow.
I would definitely do that.
Huh. All right.
I mean, because
I
you
wouldn't
can't
think to even do that.
I know. Well, that's why you speak to people who are super in that industry and know more than you do. He definitely knew a lot more than I did. And yeah, so it's nice to have a mentor and somebody to talk to who is experienced in that arena.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, going back to manufacturers, 5%, how to do what. Now see, I'm still new to, net, wholesale, all that stuff. How does it go about when you have an invention, like let's say Sit and Fit, when he sold it, when he gave it to HSN bought the Sit and Fit? Like, how does all that work? How does the inventor get paid? Is it through the sales of HSN? Is it through a different way? Like, how does that all work?
So every product is different. Okay. So when you bring a product to the retail market, so the retail market would be, let's just hypothetically use Target, QVC, HSN. They're retail. So they're selling products retail. So $24.95. All right. Retail price. Sit and Fit, I think, sold for $24.95 on air. So in order to sell it to retail, you have to sell it wholesale. Wholesale means you are covering the cost of your manufacturing. Okay, so there's a manufacturing cost. So just say the product cost $5 to build, and these are hypothetical numbers. These are not real numbers. Cost $5 to build. You want to be able to put another $5 on top of that. That's $10. So you can remanufacture it again. You have a $5 profit. If you could do it 3 times, that's awesome. So now you're selling the product for $15 to a retail store or the networks, and they are purchasing it from you for $15. Okay, they turn around and sell it for $30. I'm using a 50% margin. Okay, so 15 times 2 is 30, right? So if you sell it to them at 15 and they work on a 50% margin, they're retailing it at $30. But you're walking away with your profit because you're the wholesaler. So there's wholesale to retail.
Got
you follow?
It. Yes, I got it.
So now he can sell his product on his website for retail. So the consumer can buy it. So you could go to his website and purchase the product at a retail price where he makes more profit. He's making more profit if he sells it himself retail. But there's nowhere on the planet that you could sell as many units in less than 20 minutes for any amount of money except for on national shopping networks. Can't sell it in retail. You can't sell that many units in retail in that short space of time.
That's true. That's great. Yeah, I never knew how all of that worked, and it's good that I finally got the answer. So thank you, Inventress, for all of that fabulous information. Now, as far as, say I have my product, I'm getting the advice from someone more seasoned than I am. Now, I used to be shy, but for people that don't really know what to do, I think the main thing is, how do they reach out to people? How should they be seen? How do they just approach, hey, this is my product? Like, what steps do they take to get
it marketed?
Yeah, anything. Like, how do they get there?
Well, I have to say social media is giant these days. You guys have, I say you guys because I've always, this social media is new to me over the last 10 years, right? So when you have a product that's finished, and I'm talking packaged and ready to go, the best place to start is social media. You have Etsy, you have, YouTube, you have places that you can actually
Amazon,
yeah. Like you can market your brand. First of all, social media is the best place to market your brand by talking about it. So logo, for example, logo is key. We talk about Facebook, Instagram. When I say Facebook and Instagram, you automatically know what the logo looks like, right?
Right.
The same goes to product. The same goes to product. So, this stop strainer, I don't really see a specific logo on here. Maybe it's this font. Maybe that's going to be the logo. But if he creates some kind of a font or a logo and puts it in your face all the time, over and over again, you're bound to say to yourself, I know that product. It looks so familiar to me. I know what that product is. I have to have it. Okay, so that's one form of marketing your product. The next thing is, I approach buyers. So there's buyers at every store, every retail store. There are buyers at all of the shopping networks. So it's just connecting with the buyer and making sure you do your due diligence in terms of having a website. So, because when you're contacting somebody to look at your product, you need to have your stuff together. They need to have something to look at. They need a website to look at. They need sell sheets. And what is a sell sheet?
I was just about to ask you that.
So a sell sheet is a sheet that is neatly put together, shows a picture of the product, and bullet points all of the features and benefits about the product. In some cases, it shows the wholesale prices and the retail prices. When you're giving it to a retailer, you want to be able to have your wholesale prices on there. Okay, so that's a sell sheet. There's a whole lot that goes into putting a product out, and people really don't realize. I'm not saying it's hard or it's impossible. Clearly, it's not impossible because all of these people are doing it. I've had over 50 products on all of the shopping networks and still do, and counting, which is still phenomenal to me. I'm still excited every time I go on air or put a product on air. It's amazing. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just I invented a product or I developed something, get it on the networks. It's not that simple. And it's a walk. I mean, it's a crawl, as I said, it's a crawl, and then it's a walk, and then hopefully it's a marathon after that. And you just keep on running. The door's open, and you just make sure you keep yourself in there. And never stop marketing yourself either. That's another thing. Never stop promoting yourself or your product. As long as you want to make money, you need to be pushing your product, or yourself. If you're the brand, you got to keep on putting yourself out there. Damon John, Barbara Cochran, Lori Grenier, all of those people never stop showcasing themselves. They're on Twitter, they're on Instagram, they're constantly posting things. And I mean, you think they would stop because they are who they are? No, because they'll just go away. They'll disappear. And to that point, I have to tell you, I was speaking to a young lady the other day, and she said, thank you for still helping people with products, because I know you've made a lot of money. Why are you still selling products?
Did she really say that?
I swear. She said, why wouldn't you just stop? She goes, because if I make $1 million, I'm not working again, doing anything. Let me tell you something. $1 million
That's nothing. That's not anything.
$1 million does not go very far. You buy your house, you buy your car, but guess what? You got to maintain all of that. You've got to maintain your bills, because you're still going to have bills. If you're given $1 million, you still have taxes, right? If taxes you have to pay on your house, you have to pay your car insurance, it doesn't go away. So that, you got to keep on pushing. Allison Williams said that on stage too, right?
Yeah, she did.
She's amazing singer. She's been around forever, and she's marketing herself. You don't stop. You never stop, or you go away.
That's great.
Right?
I can't believe she said that to you. Wow.
Yeah, she said that.
She must think you're hot stuff.
Well,
hoity-toity.
At least someone does. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So yeah. I mean, and that to your question about marketing and how do you get stuff out there and keep it out there? You have to keep yourself present. You have to keep it moving. I mean, hence the reason we do podcasts. We do all social media platforms, right? If you're not out there, they're going to forget about you. You go away.
There's always something crazy coming out. You have to stay relevant for as long as you choose, ultimately.
Yeah. They'll say, whatever happened to the Inventress? She came and she went.
I think the Inventress will be around even when you pass away.
Great.
Someone's going to be the Inventress. Could be me, could be my sister.
Somebody steps into
the Inventress.
Could be
my dog, I don't know.
Shoes.
anything.
Yeah. Well, no, you gotta keep things going.
Yeah, and always remember to be your best self.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You know how many people want to be another person?
Yes.
Which also, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
I want to be this person.
I don't know if I want to be somebody because they probably have their own problems. I think, because a lot of girls, when you go to the gym and stuff, oh my gosh, I wish I had her body. I wish I had their feet. I wish I had their eyes. You can't keep wishing you had it because you're never going to have it unless you have plastic surgery or, you want to exercise and you have goals, but no one can have the exact same body as somebody else.
God gave you a certain body type, and that's your body. That's your body type. Whether you lose weight, you tone up, your body type is your body type. And I mean, you can aspire to have the energy to do what somebody else does, but aspiring to be somebody else is really, you got to take a look at yourself. Look what God gave you and appreciate what he gave you and what you can work with.
And I think it's just more motivating. I want to be I want to have the money of, let's say, Beyonce. Okay, what can I do to make just as much money? It's more of they're your motivation.
Yeah,
do a vision board. That's the motivation.
They're inspiring. Let
Yes.
people inspire you. And like you said, Brittany, be your best self. You don't have to try to be somebody else because you never will be. God made you. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate you because you are a wonderful gift. You're a goddess, as Audrey Davis would say. Get your goddess because you are a goddess. You are, every woman especially. You guys, I'm sorry, you can't be goddesses. Sorry, guys. You could be your best.
They can be a goddess. Guys can be goddesses.
They can be. They can be. But just be your best self, like you said. So coming up, what's happening? So I am flying out to LA.
What?
I
find out about all these things last minute.
On the podcast?
Yeah.
I'm flying out to LA on Wednesday. I have some incredible meetings. I will not reveal what's happening. You'll find out after the fact. But I'm flying out there. I will be there for about 2 days. I will be going to Tyrese Gibson's concert, that I can say. In fact, he's touring now, I think. He's going to be, he's performing in LA. He'll also be in Pennsylvania. He'll be in Brooklyn, doing a lot of things. But I'll be there, so I'll be able to, I'm doing that too. And I'm excited. I'm super excited. I've never seen him perform in real life, shall I say.
Live, yep.
In real life. Remember real life? Real life meaning not on television.
Yeah, doing it live.
And I'm excited.
Where is he performing it?
I don't know what the theater is, and I should know
Where
that.
is it?
In LA.
Oh, he's not performing anywhere else, like close, like New York or something?
Yeah, he'll be here too, but I think...
but you're going to see him in LA performing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow,
yeah.
Fun. So how long are you staying in LA for?
I think I'll be there for 3 days.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. So 3 days. I'm missing a Cheryl Hatwood's play, though. One of our speakers, Cheryl Hatwood, spoke at our last AOE conference.
She has a play?
She has a play. She has a play, and it's running for 3 days. It starts the day I leave and ends the day I come back.
Do you know what the play is?
I have to look it up. I can't think right now. It's been a very, very long day.
Long day, long week,
it has
flying,
been.
All that stuff. I can imagine. But this is so exciting. I can't, have Tyrese give me a shout out. Well, not even a shout out.
On
just
the stage?
Yeah.
While he's performing?
Something like that. But everyone, check out all of our upcoming events on AOE.com, AOWIE.com. That'll also bring you to inventingA2Z.com. We did mention we have a holiday bazaar November 2nd.
Mm-hmm. That's Friday, November 2nd.
In Lakewood, New Jersey. That's going to be fun. We did mention that prior. I do want to also tell everyone, any questions you have, any topics you think we should hit, please email us at the Inventress Podcast at gmail.com. Or also just, how about, I can't talk, subscribe subscribe to us on iTunes. Please leave a review, because that will spread the word of the Inventress Podcast, and we need as many followers and likes as we can get, because we do want to share this with more of you, and we have a lot of fun doing it. Also follow my mom, the Inventress, on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. We also have YouTube, guys, and in the future we're going to start having a lot of interviews with other people, such as Christopher David, the inventor of that one air freshener you just mentioned, the other amazing person that invented the stop strainer. What was this guy's name, Mom? Jared. Yep. Jared Edwards?
No, that's Kevin. That's Kevin.
I'm mixing and matching so many names. That's my thing, though. I like to combine words. I feel like I've told you that already. I just do it automatically. Mm-hmm. So yeah, guys, like, subscribe. Like I said, we are available on Google Play, Spotify, but iTunes is the big one. Please leave us a review. Send us an email. Like I said, the Inventress Podcast at gmail.com. And is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Yeah, so I had an email come in. Someone actually asked about you and I. They said, do you travel outside of the East Coast? And I said, of course, because they want us to come to it was Ohio. Her name was Mary Sullivan, and Mary said, do you and your daughter go to other areas? I said, yeah, sure.
What do you mean?
To do podcasts, to do our conferences. They're so excited about all of this. And podcast. Right. She asked about the podcast. She asked about doing an AOE conference in Ohio. And I said, yeah, we go anywhere. But, obviously we had to take some thought, and there's a lot that goes into our conferences.
Right. As for podcasts, you can just listen. I know you got to travel for a podcast.
I mean, so I just answered her. I said, yes, we, of course, we're welcome. We don't turn anybody away.
If you want to sponsor us, we'll go to Ohio.
Yep,
that's the thing. Sponsors are key.
Yeah. So they also watched some of the videos we had on. Shelley Barnes is always a hit. They asked about Shelley Barnes, and so I said, absolutely. Shelley's at every one of our events. She's a great inspiration, and she's a diehard member. And so I thank Shelley Barnes, Kimberly Ferguson, all of those people all of the members who are involved. And so all of us would have to come all the way to Ohio if you did an AOE conference. All of the members, I would hope I'd have to give them a heads up.
That's a lot of planning. So if this person knows the hookup, I don't know what's in Ohio, but I'm sure there's something good going on over there.
There's conference spaces everywhere.
Oh, you know what? They have bodybuilding competitions in Columbus, Ohio. I forgot.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good one. I actually want to go to that. I was huge into bodybuilding. Not me doing the bodybuilding personally, just watching others, because I ain't about that life, but I appreciate other people that do it.
Really?
Yeah. Can't do it. Not that I can't, because that's a bad word here. I choose not to do it. But yeah, we'll consider that. I think we should wrap up. I think we said everything we needed to say this week, and then can't wait to hear about your trip to LA and Tyrese serenading everyone.
Yeah. Great voice. Great talent, great actor. Looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to that. Nice little getaway too. It's been a minute. I have some meetings happening, but I think I could relax for about a day and just, kick back. I'm hoping.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah. So this was wonderful, Brittany. Nice conversation. I think very motivational. That's what we try to do.
We try to keep it motivating every week.
Yeah, and please, again, reach out, send us some emails. And love to answer your emails. Both Brittany and I, you can send to, if you send to our
the Inventress Podcast at Gmail.
We will answer any questions that you have. We have a lot more. I will read them next time. And I'm loving it and loving coming back to you every week. I love the interaction, and we hope to keep bringing you exciting things. And if you have topics, you have anything that you want us to talk about, please make sure you share. Mother-daughter, this is very interesting. So please share, guys. Please share. And until next time, continue to lift each other up 2 hands at a time. And let's try to bridge that gap between ambition and success, because we could do it. Okay?